In the 1990s, a research scientist named Dr. Nicholas Krauss became the director of the Conrad Blucher Institute for Surveying and Science. And he brought with him a very significant background in coastal research. At that time, we had a discussion about sediment transport, because that's what coastal scientists sit around and chat about over coffee. And we were talking about sediment transport along Ward Island and why there wasn't a beach there. So we started studying the sediment transport going on in the bar system, because there's bars here in the bay, very similar to what we have along the Gulf Coast. As we were studying that system, we started having dialogues, this is back in the 1990s, with the Texas A&M Corpus Christi administration. And they were curious also why there wasn't a beach in front of the university. And so we started chatting more about that, and we decided, hey, let's see if we could restore it. The beach that once was along this area, before this area was occupied by U.S. forces and the Naval Air Station, which at one time occupied Ward Island, as well as the Naval Air Station just down the road. How could we restore shoreline that was lost? Now, the reason that the shoreline was lost is a complicated one. But for one, we have a finite amount of sand in Corpus Christi Bay, and there was reinforcement in the form of concrete rubble and riprap, which we'll show later in some of our discussions, that restricted sand from actually accreting or building along the shoreline. And the entire beach along this about 1 mile shoreline was lost. So we started studying the waves, the currents, the winds, and then we started modeling. How could we restore? What would it take to make sand stay in this spot?